Beauty to me is presence and it's confidence. And I think you can't really teach that. And you can't put makeup to cover that, or it's really just, it enhances it, really. My name is Moani Lee, and I am a celebrity makeup artist now, but my roots are actually in fashion, so MAC plays a very big role in that. Not only are some of my favorite products MAC products, but some of my favorite memories are MAC memories as well. Today I wanted to embrace these memories by leaning into some of my favorite MAC throwback faves. And since the 90s makeup trend is making a very big comeback, I thought it might be fun to celebrate this time in makeup by showcasing some amazing MAC throwback faves that are actually still available today. So Sundus here is actually already prepped, so I wanted to walk you through some of the products that I used on her. So the Fix Plus is one of my favorites. I wanted to spray it on the back of my hand just for you to see. It's just absolutely refreshing, and it gives you that hydrating, radiant glow that sometimes you need halfway through the day, beginning of the day, at the end of the day. One of the products that I wanted to share with you is a product that I think has been around forever, really. It's the Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette in dark. I took the 224 brush and I took the darker color and I used it to really shape out this beautiful hollow that Sundus naturally has. This palette is such a multitasker, so using the same palette, I'm actually using a mix of maybe the darker shade and the medium shade, and what we're doing is we're gonna actually also shape out her jawline and her cheek area just to really enhance what's already naturally there. I think my favorite part about being a makeup artist is the collaboration. I think it's a really humbling experience to realize that you're a very small part of a very big picture, but it's also a very huge responsibility that you carry in being part of that bigger picture. I also think that during the makeup process, I kind of go into a bit of a trance. So the process itself of actually applying the makeup is extremely meditative for me. So those are the two things that I take away and have kept me in this business for as long as it has. One of my favorite colors from back in the day was a color called Espresso. So I was very, very excited to see that Espresso, which is this color right here, is actually in this palette, and this is the palette that I recommend to everybody. It's the palette that you must have. It's the MAC Art Library in Nude Model with a fluffy sort of flat brush. We're just dipping it in softly, and what I did with Sundus here is to just gently go against the grain and really fill in her brow in a beautiful sort of lifted, fluffy, natural way. I think my experiences at MAC have been valuable on a lot of levels. Retail at MAC really taught me a lot about listening and the art of listening and the art of listening to people I may not have interacted with on a daily basis. But the other valuable experience that I took away from MAC is that MAC has always, and even to this day, has always embraced and celebrated creativity. They've always been at the forefront of supporting Broadway shows, dance productions, touring productions, everything that requires artistry. They also supported a lot of artists in general, and a lot of the really big artists that we know by name, first name, Instagram handle today have their roots in MAC. And then another oldie but goodie that I absolutely love, cannot live without, is the MAC Clear Brow Set. So I'm just going to gently comb up her brow and really embrace that natural fluff. Today, I actually want to bring back soft brown. I don't know if any of my fellow MAC artists out there remember soft brown, but it is such a fave. It is so flattering on any skin tone, but it's also super flattering on richer skin tones because it gives you that matte finish, but in a very soft, warm way. I'm still loving a lot of the old school original products that come out of MAC, and I'm always holding and praying that it will never go away. But some of my favorite MAC products are Strobe Cream, the original, the Clear Brow Gel, and Fix Plus, Teddy pencil is always down to a nub and I still won't throw it away. And Black Track, oldie but goodie. Everyone who knows MAC from back in the day knows about Embark. Embark is that color that you use on everyone, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we're actually gonna use Embark to softly enhance that crease that we've already created with that beautiful color corrector palette. We're blending it softly into the outer lash line here, just to embrace sort of that cut crease look, but we're not gonna blend it too much for now. We're just gonna shape it out, and then from that crease, I'm blending it into a little bit of a V shape to the outer corner of the eye. My creative process never ends. I like to grab references from all walks of life, whether it be from buskers in the subway station, or lighting designers, or dancers, or pottery makers, or nature. Nature is a great gift that really helps with the process, because you take a look at like flowers or the sunset or the sunrise and you're like, that is just so beyond beautiful. How do I recreate that, you know? So Smolder and Costa Riche classics. Costa Riche you can use on its own, but in this situation, because I want to pull the eye out very softly, I'm actually using Smolder in the outer corner here, just along the lash line. And I'm actually gonna make it a little bit thicker on the outer edge. Costa Riche, then I use on the inner corner, leading up into the Smolder, and then I'll blend the two together, and it's really gonna give you that beautiful dimension. I think the subtlety is really important. Okay, to finish off, we're using In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. And because this look, we're really focusing on a beautiful uplift, I'm actually gonna focus on the outer corner of her lashes, which essentially is the same deal as we did with the Smolder eyeliner. So back to Embark, I'm taking a little bit, and I can already see the eyes are beautifully lifted, so I'm actually gonna only focus on the outer edge. And then whatever's left over on your brush, you just blend it right into the inner corner. I'm gonna go back to the mascara on the lower lashes, and I'm just gonna gently run the bristle vertically. I think the most important part of being a makeup artist, which I carry very, I bear this weight with a lot of heart, is that we have the wonderful gift of being with the client at their most vulnerable state. So I think one of the most important responsibilities we have is to be able to listen and to be able to understand the dynamics of any given situation, and then take all of your artistry training and create beauty of a situation, but also create beauty of a face, but also create beauty from a bigger perspective, creatively, whether it's for a music video, a movie, a photo shoot, a fashion show. It's really a large-scale, complex level of responsibility that I think is the most important. If you've ever spoken to any MAC artist, old, new, or any MAC loyalist, old, new, they'll tell you about Chestnut. Chestnut has that beautiful brown tone, but it's a brown that's really neutral. Like, it doesn't skew red or it doesn't skew gray. It's just this beautiful, rich brown tone that's excellent for contouring the lips. Sometimes I take a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and you can even use the eyeshadow brush you used and just maybe like take a little bit of it off, but the excess brown actually does help you in this situation. And I'm just blending out the edge, really softening everything into that center. That in itself is absolutely stunning. You can finish off with a gloss. Oh Baby is one of my favorites, again, an old school color. But I think in this case, we're actually gonna use Yash. I'm tapping it into the center. I love a blend, so I'm actually gonna blend out the edge very softly. And we are going to add a little bit of Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, which is this gorgeous powder that I love. It never looks powdery, it looks like skin. We're just gonna put it right in the center of her face, very, very softly. And there you have it, 90s today.